Have you ever heard the idea that judgment is bad or that it's not okay to judge? You might be familiar with this theory. For the first decade or so of my own spiritual journey, I thought it wasn't okay to judge. So I tried everything in my power to stop judging. I denied my judgment. I stuffed it. I repressed it. I ignored it. I pretended it wasn't even happening, and above all else, I judged myself as bad every time I caught myself judging. Not only did it not work for me to deny my own judgment, it actually compounded my judgment because I was judging myself for judging others. In order to get out of the trap of double judgment, I had to begin to look at my judgment from a different perspective. It helped me to take a deeper look at how I arrived at the erroneous conclusion that judgments are bad. We are spiritual beings here having a human experience, which necessitates being born into a right-wrong, good-bad reality, a fear-based reality at the time of our entry. So this is a duality. In this level of reality, literally everything is judged as either good or bad. Therefore, thinking in terms of judgment is a normal, natural outcome. It's a byproduct of being born into a fear-based perspective. When we are at the mercy of right or wrong, we can't help but judge. Now, the human journey is all about awakening to our own innate divinity, growing up into the awareness that there's another paradigm that we can reside in if we choose, one of loving. We all have the option of viewing life from the perspective of our soul, which sees things from the neutral perspective of loving. People who found a way out of this right-wrong reality up into the loving reality and choose to reside there permanently are often referred to as masters. All of the world's religions are based on an attempt to worship, honor, recreate, or emulate a certain master's path into the loving paradigm. When someone who has reached their mastery describes that place of loving, it's described as a state of consciousness where there is no judgment, no right-wrong, a place of total acceptance, boundless loving, and infinite compassion for all beings. What's crucial to understand here is that when the Master speaks, this message is going directly into the ears of humans who are still heavily engaged in the right-wrong reality. Therefore, the interpretation of the message from loving into right-wrong reality often obscures the real message. Each of us can only hear, see, view, experience life from whatever set of perceptive filters or lenses we're wearing at the time. Historically, those who heard a particular master's teachings that the place of enlightenment has no judgment made the erroneous assumption that therefore judgment is bad. This could not be further from the truth. These masters have been attempting to teach that nothing is bad, that we can view it all as okay and acceptable, that everything is just an opportunity for growth and learning. This includes judgment. Unfortunately, many spiritual teachers hold it as fact that it is bad to judge. And they're unwilling to even look at the possibility that they've come to an inaccurate and unsupportive conclusion. Think about how silly this really is. The statement, judgment is bad, is in itself a judgment. So it's quite clearly stuck in the judgmental right-wrong reality. Therefore, by default, this means that people who are judging judgment as bad are still judging. They are perhaps unconsciously keeping themselves locked in a cycle of judgment by holding on to this belief. Do you judge judgment as bad? If so, do you judge yourself as bad for judging? Be willing to look deeply at yourself. If you've been caught in the double the judgment trap, apply tons of compassion to yourself. The truth of the matter is that judgment is just a natural outcome of existing in a right-wrong framework of reality. From Spirit's perspective, this is neither good nor bad. It's just what is. Accept your judgment as okay, normal. Say, judgment is a normal byproduct of the fear-based paradigm. I now accept my judgment as okay. Action step. Let go of judging your judgment and accept it as part of the human experience. Declaration. I now view judgment as the natural, normal outcome of being born into a fear-based reality. I now accept my judgment fully. I love and accept myself, no matter what. Breathe that in. Many blessings of joy and vibrant freedom.